Little black dot in the sole of a cow's hoof, you know exactly what happened. Whenever you see a little black dot like this, you know that something poked its way into that sole. You don't necessarily know if it went all the way through, but in this case, well, I think it's pretty obvious that it did. So what exactly was in there? Well, that I'll never know. I didn't find anything when I was trimming this, and I didn't run into any other cows that had any similar type things. So that leads me to believe that this was just a one-off occurrence. Maybe she stepped on a little piece of wire or something that inadvertently got left on the floor. I'm really not sure. But in any case, what we got to do now is work our way down, remove any separated hoof horn around this, and try to examine what it looks like underneath. Once there, we can get this all cleaned up and get a block on that other claw, at least take the weight off of this while it heals. Now, just because we saw a black dot here and there was a problem underneath does not mean that any dark coloration in the hoof is a problem. If you look at that other claw, that claw on the left, toward the toe, you'll see a black patch there. That's just natural hoof color. You got to be able to distinguish those apart because you don't really want to go messing with that other spot. It's just color. You're not going to find anything there. These are easy to identify, the problem spots, because they tend to be in recognizable shapes, either circles or perfectly straight lines, things like that. They just look out of place. That other spot, like I said, natural hoof color, those can be modeled in and out throughout that entire hoof area. You'll notice I'm working out in a circular manner around that particular dot. Why? Because the separation tends to radiate out from that dot in that same fashion. So I'm going to trim it away. This one you'll see extends down toward that toe. I'm going to continue to work that out, and then I'm going to get a block on that other claw. It's going to take the pressure off of this one. That area around that puncture is new, brand new hoof horn, but it's soft, ultra soft, can't bear any weight, and I don't want anything on that, any pressure on that. So that block, that's going to alleviate that. Because that hoof horn is soft, you really have to work carefully around these areas. Remove small bits at a time until we can get this area fully freed up. Once we've done that, well, then we can get it all sprayed out. We're going to get a block on that other claw. And we're going to get a good look at this and see what it looks like. Right here is where that little black dot was on the sole, and you can see the subsequent released horn there. This little bit here, this little white stuff, that is fresh, new horn there. We don't want to mess with that. That's going to be perfectly fine, and it's going to make up the new sole eventually of this cow's hoof. And with that salicylic acid wrap in place, she is done.